Hello everyone, welcome to our webinar. My name is Andrew Townsend. I'm the Campaign Marketing Manager here at eLearning Brothers. Today we're going to be talking about how to add some style to your PowerPoint presentations. We're going to be talking about some of the cool things we have to offer for PowerPoint here at eLearning Brothers. This session will be recorded and we will email a copy of it out to everybody who has registered, so keep an eye out for that email later in the day, and we'll also probably post this on our blog at blog.elearningbrothers.com, so you can check that at your leisure afterwards. If you have questions during the webinar, please use the questions panel. It's one of the panels in your GoToWebinar control panel, and we'll try to get to as many of your questions and comments as we can. All right, so to talk to us about PowerPoint, we have Stacey Wilhelmsen, Senior Graphic Designer, with us today. Thanks for joining us, Stacey. And without further ado, I'll go ahead and turn the time over to you.
Thanks, Andrew. All right. Each one is, we've got some interactions, we've got dashboards, we've got layout files, we've got icons, and all of this is under the Montserrat theme. So I'm going to share with you, open up the layouts file here and kind of show you what it looks like under the hood a little bit, and how we actually build these. So first off, I'm going to just go into presentation mode again real quick and kind of show you what we have as far as like subtle animations go for each slide. Nice and short and to the point. Okay. So let's take a look at the master slides. Now, the way we like to build this is with as few master slides as possible. So it's very simple, straightforward. Anything that is a background image or a shape or pattern, texture, any of that that is kind of part of the background image will be on the master slide. And we do that in order to make it a little bit easier upon editing in the main slide view. So if you're trying to select some elements and edit a bunch at once, you're not, shifting a bunch of stuff all over the screen, and you can just kind of make those changes as you go. Let's see. Each one of these is a different master for each one of the slides that you saw. So if we wanted to, say, change out this image and style it similarly, we could go and let's choose a new picture. Go back to my images, and let's say we like this one. So we're going to go ahead and insert. Now, in order to style it the same, all the images in this Montserrat file are black and white. So what I'm going to do is go up to color and change the color saturation down to 0. That's going to change it to black and white for me. And then I'm going to take this and send it to the back of the file, and go ahead and get rid of this guy here. And voila, we've got a brand new picture, which we can go ahead and crop. And it's as easy as that.
Croppy, crop, crop.
Let's see. So, and one of the nice things about the way we have this set up as well, you don't have to be in the master slide view to change the overall theme colors or anything like that. So if we head back out to the main slide view, and we'll just go back up to this welcome layout here. It's as simple as going up to this design tab up here, and they have a whole bunch of preset ones you can pick from up along here. I prefer to go down into this little drop down here where I can choose any custom color palettes that I've made in the past, or if you scroll down, these ones are going to be on your machine ready to go because they're part of the Office suite. So all you have to do is go in and pick a new color set, and it will automatically update for you everything that's in there. Same with the fonts. We only ever use system fonts. So if you scroll down, you can see we are using Arial Black and Arial, and it's as simple to change it as picking one you like, clicking on it, and everything is updating for you. Now, let's back up just a little bit here. Oops. Okay, so because all of these are set up on the master slides, this is really easy to change out. Just like that. Let's see. Oh, and when, say you want to have a full presentation and use a handful of these slides from the layouts, it's really easy to pull in another file. So for example, I've also downloaded the device scenario, and all you have to do is do shift and click and select all the slides that you want from this PowerPoint file and copy. So Command C, or you can right click and copy. Oops, if they're all selected here, right click and copy. Go back into your layouts file, and we'll say let's add it after our objectives. So go ahead and paste, and voila. So because they have their own master slides, everything pulled in, and you can go from there. And same thing, even when these are pulled in, as soon as you go to design, you can go ahead and change the colors however you want. That's kind of brain fun. Let's see, what else was I going to talk about here? All of these elements are built in Tool and can be easily ungrouped to change. So as you can see here, this is actually 3 different little shapes all merged into one. And let's talk about here. Okay, so in any of the scenario files that we have built, these buttons are actually hyperlinked. So as you're presenting, or if you give this file to somebody to actually take as kind of like a little mini course, if you were in your presenter mode, these buttons actually work. So let's see, each of these is linked to these 2 correct and incorrect feedback slides, and all of this is editable as well. So if you want to change the copy here, that's absolutely great, and you can put in whatever copy you want here. The only thing with these buttons is we actually build the buttons themselves on the master slide. So all you have to do is go into your master, and they're editable from here. Easy peasy.
So a quick question has popped up here about these templates. So these are really good templates.
Yes.
These look awesome. Where are these? And I'm sure you're going to get to that in a moment, where we can talk about where you guys can download these.
Yeah.
But I also would like to mention now, before anybody panics, and we say that these are in our e-learning library, our template library. You can get some of these for free with a free trial. So if you haven't already grabbed a free trial, you can get a free trial and download 10 of these for free, and we'll talk more about that later. But there have been a couple questions saying, wow, these are amazing, where do I get them? We'll get there, and yes, you can get some.
In fact, I can show you right now. So this is our eLearning Brothers Asset Library. In fact, I'm going to back out to the main page so you can see exactly where it's at. Come on now. Okay, PowerPoint templates and graphics. So if you come up here to the asset library, drop down is right here. And any of the new ones that are coming out are going to be right at the top here. So Montserrat here is one of the new ones. Fira, let's see, yeah, Fira, Montserrat, Torch, and Slate are all new as of this year. And we've got many, many more to come. I think we've got at least 4 or 5 more slotted for the next month and a half. So keep an eye out. There's going to be a bunch more to come. And we've kind of built these to be able to work in tandem with our other e-learning like course starter files. So if you head over to the e-learning template library, if you go into Storyline, Captivate, or Lectora, you will find files that match these as far as look and feel go as well. So you can have an e-learning course that looks the same as a presentation. So everything kind of works together nicely. Do we have any more questions at the moment, or?
No.
Okay. So one of my other favorite things about these PowerPoint styles is we also include an icons file for you. So we've created a handful of icons that already match that style. So if there's ones in a different PowerPoint file that you don't want to use, but there's, you know, a few in here that you want to, it's as easy as copying and pasting them into the your file, and you can edit them from there. In fact, we can go ahead and use this guy and swap out here on our 3-column layout. So we can swap this guy. Easy as that. So there's a bunch of options. And these are all SVG files, so they're really easy to use. In fact, if I go ahead and ungroup these, and click on this guy and go to edit points. Ooh, let's zoom in so you can see it a little better. It's a little teeny. There we go. Refresh. So you can go in and edit these points individually. It's really, really easy.
You never do that to a target.
Right.
It doesn't look anything like a target.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, updating colors, all of that is really easy. Zoom back out. Okay, yeah. Speaking of icons, another library we have available is our icon library. And say that there weren't any icons that you wanted to use in that icon file, it's easy to go ahead and we'll just do a quick search here and find a replacement icon on our icon library. So we'll give it a second here to search, and let's say we want this one right here. You'll want to download the vector file SVG. The EPSs will not open up in PowerPoint, but the SVG will. So we're going to go ahead and choose SVG.
Is there any like cool way to remember that? SVG means good, very good.
I can't say that I have anything clever. If you come up with one, though, let me know.
Let us know on the questions panel if you guys have a good way to remember that. SVGs are good, EPS is not. I mean, for PowerPoint.
Sure.
SVG, what's the way to do SVG?
Okay, so let's go ahead and insert that SVG that we downloaded. There it is. Insert. There we go. And we'll go ahead and shrink that guy down. we'll fill it with a color that matches. And then in order to make it match even more, we'll just go ahead and copy this little green circle and add it to this one. Move this guy in front of it and select both and regroup. And then we can get rid of these guys and swap them right out. I mean, it's really, really easy. SVGs are one of my favorite things in PowerPoint. Makes life super, super easy. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so another thing I wanted to kind of chat about is our cutout characters in here. You'll find a handful of them in the PowerPoint files, and these are also really easy to change out. So say we wanted to swap one of these guys out with a cutout character. Go back to Insert, File. Let's go back to Characters. Let's pick Carl here. Insert. Now, in order to crop him to where it will match the rest of these, it's kind of a two-step process. First, you'll want to go to your crop drop-down and then go to aspect ratio. Because we're going with a circle crop, we'll want to make sure that he's pre-cropped, for lack of a better word, to a 1-to-1 ratio. That way our circle doesn't stretch, because he's very much not a 1-to-1 ratio. He's a lot taller than he is wide. So we'll go ahead and crop square 1-to-1, and that's going to go ahead and give us a square. We'll reposition him a little bit inside of that square. Pull him up a little bit. Okay, now we've got our square. Oops. And then from there, crop to shape. We're going to pick our circle, and there you have it. And then we can just shrink him down to match the same size. And then let's add a little circle shape. And we're going to match the other ones. So we're going to go our light blue, no outline. Let's match the size. Move him in front of that circle so he's sitting on top of it. In fact, there we go. And then because everybody else is cropped a little bit closer, we can actually go back in and hit crop again, and you can still resize him within that second cropped shape. So we can zoom in on his face a little more so it matches like everybody else. And then, come on, grab both of those for me. There we go. And slide them on over. In fact, it looks like all I need to do with this guy is change the transparency. It's a little bit lighter. Here we go. Perfect. All right. Do we have any questions, or are we still doing okay?
I think we're doing okay.
Okay.
That was one heck of a two-step process.
With micro steps in between.
Sure. Step 1, step 1.1, step 1.2. That was good. That was good. It worked.
Two main steps. I mean, you'll have to make adjustments here and there, but for the most part, it's pre-crop it to a 1-to-1 shape, and then if you're doing a circle or a triangle or something that's got equal sides, it'll be a lot easier to do that shape crop afterwards. That way you're not fighting it.
A question popped up. How do you make those middle circles in green that aren't full circles?
These guys here, these guys are, if you want to make them, these are SVG SVG shapes as well. So to make them full circles, you can either just redraw them as a circle with just an outline and no fill, or you can cheat it a little bit if you want and just kind of copy one of them, paste it right on top of the other one, and then rotate it. Make sure we got it all lined up. We're off just a smidge. There we go. And you have a full circle.
It's a nice full circle.
Cheated a little bit, but a circle is easy enough to draw that
sure.
You can just redraw it if you want.
Sure. Someone's saying that they can't find the insert character option. Where can you show us that one more time? There
is no insert character per se, but I just inserted from characters that I've downloaded from our
so they're just images, but
yes.
They happen to be character images.
Yes.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are just regular PNGs. They will come in, and I mean they're cut out, so you can put them on any slide, and they will blend in nicely. Yeah, and those guys can be found right here.
So all of these cutout people are from our Cutout People library, is that right?
Yes, they are.
And those are all just at library.elearningbrothers.com if you guys want to browse those, take a look.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. There's lots of them.
We even have like cartoony ones.
We do. Yep.
We even have silhouettes.
We do. Yeah, those ones are
shady characters.
If you want to protect their identity. Those might be fun for like a cybersecurity course if you want to, you know, have somebody. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, there's lots and lots of uses for those for sure.
There's one other question here, but back to your PowerPoint slide. How do you grab two objects that are in front of each other at the same time, as if they're, you know, they're layered,
stacked on top of each other?
You select the whole stack.
Usually, I just click and drag. Yeah, so like this one here is actually grabbing 4, and so PowerPoint can be just a little bit finicky when you're trying to select multiple things at once. So what I usually will do is I will just click and drag, and then and I will hit shift and then click on anything that I didn't actually intend to grab. So if I only want to grab the 2 circles that I have on top of each other now, I can shift and click those 2 in the center. And sometimes you kind of have to click on the line itself, the little bounding box, instead of the shape. And that tells PowerPoint, yes, I want to remove those from the ones that I've already selected. So instead of having all 4 of those, I have 2 of them. And to make things a little bit easier on yourself, I love to group items. So if I don't want to have to do that again, I can just right click and group those 2 objects so that when I go back to move this around or change it, whatever I want to do, I only have to do the 1 click instead of click and drag.
Excellent.
Okay. I think the only thing we haven't talked a whole lot about yet is the animations. So any animations that we have in these files, we didn't want to make them hard to find because some people love animations, some people don't. So any animations that you find in these files will be in the main slide view for ease of access. When you go into your animations pane, you can see these little markers will pop up indicating which one you've selected. And then by opening up these drop-down menus, you can see most of, or all of these will have very short durations and minimal animations so they're not really in your face, because some people like it, some people don't. But I mean, you can go wild with these if you really want to. But yeah, we usually do just a hint of animation. Okay, I think that's about all I have.
Notes, making sure we covered everything. Did we miss something?
There's lots we can talk about. I don't want to
dive
too
what about
deep.
making those circles partial? How did you make those partial circles? The green ones that are around the heads.
These ones,
the two-step crop people.
So these ones can be made by simply taking a circle shape. And let's, now these ones were made in Illustrator and brought in as SVGs, but I think we can get a very similar shape by doing it here, just inside of Illustrator. So let's give that guy a fill. And then we need a second shape. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to take this shape and use it to cut out the other shape. So if you go into your shape format, up here in the top left corner, there is a drop down for merge shape. So we've got union, combined, fragment, intersect, or subtract. So we're going to go ahead and try subtract and see what it gives us here. Oh, I think this guy has to be in front of the other one for this to work. The layering is a little bit different. Let's try this again. There we go. Okay, so we're part of the way there. And then from here, I can go into edit points. Once that shape is selected, edit points, select this guy and just hit delete. Oh, I got rid of everything. Let's try you again. So this may not work exactly like
Don't delete everything. There's some suggestions coming in saying that you could use the arc shape as well, perhaps.
Oh, that's very true. Let's see, where's the, oh yeah, right here. Yeah, you could draw a couple of these together. Let's see, let's give ourselves a little room to work. So we could copy and paste a couple of these, and you can add them on top of each other like we did, or you can edit these points here and just extend that circle. All right.
That looks pretty cool. We have some people saying that their PowerPoint doesn't look as fancy as your PowerPoint. Are there, advanced options or editing options that they need to find, or is this, did a version or two of PowerPoint just suddenly get way cooler?
You know what? I am not sure what version I am running, but we can check. I'm running 16.34. And I try and keep this as up to date as possible. I want to say that there was an update maybe a week or two ago that I noticed, but it's on automatic updates. So this is the latest version. It might look a little bit different. I am on a Mac, and I have my Mac set to what's called dark mode. So there are certain apps and programs that will also revert to that dark mode, which is why everything on here is dark. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's a fancier PowerPoint, it's just the Mac version.
Yeah. If you didn't see that apple in the top left corner or recognize the buttons, yeah, you are an apple. So that could be why, one of the reasons it looks a little bit different. But yeah, I mean, this is, if you've got PowerPoint, a recent version of PowerPoint, this is what it should look like. Any other questions? Now's the time to send them in. In the meantime, would you mind showing me that other slide where we can talk a little bit more about the free trial?
Yes, of course. Right here.
So I had mentioned it earlier that you can get a lot of these as part of your free trial if you're not already subscribed to the eLearning Brothers library. I'll turn my webcam on so y'all can see me. So yeah, you can get a free trial. So you have 7 days to download 10 assets. Those can be cutout people. Those can be PowerPoint assets. Those can be these full PowerPoint templates. Or if you're just looking for some really cool PowerPoint graphics, you can grab those. You can pull from our icon library, which Stacey showed. That's where the SVGs can be downloaded, not the EPSs. I mean, you can download the EPSs, but if you want them to be cool in PowerPoint, they're going to be the SVGs. So yeah, I mean, you can pick any 10 during that 7-day free trial and play with them, use them however you'd like. To get that, you can visit elearningbrothers.com, and right there at the top, we've got the 7-day free trial button that you click on, and you just fill out a little form, and then you're good to go. You can download your assets. If you are looking for more tips and tricks, please do visit blog.elearningbrothers.com, and we've got tons of PowerPoint tricks and tips in there as well, going back years and years, so tons of data there. And if you'd like to see more webinars or more just basic YouTube tutorials, visit us on YouTube. You can find eLearning Brothers, our channel there, where we're uploading tons of stuff all the time. It doesn't look like we've got any other questions here, so thank you so much, Stacey. This has been very, very useful. Thanks, everybody, for visiting us today. We hope you learned something new and that you're able to become an e-learning rock star using PowerPoint. Thanks a lot. We'll see you later.